Oh my God. Guys, what is happening in the NBA? What is happening, bro? So much information in the past week. It's been unbelievable. I haven't been able to keep up. I haven't been able to keep up. I probably should have like 8 videos out just talking about each specific topic. Let me talk about what has gone on the past like week. First, you get JJ Redick is now the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Got signed to a 4-year deal. Okay, he gets introduced 2 days ago. I still haven't even watched the introductory press conference, and I wanted to watch it because obviously he's a first time head coach. I want to know how he's gonna approach this. He's never coached before. This is his first opportunity to coach. His first coaching experience besides coaching like his third or fourth grade basketball team. Like this is his first NBA experience, and I haven't even gotten to listen to the press conference yet. It's like 45 minutes long. Okay, then Kenny Atkinson gets picked up as the or hired, I should say, for the Cleveland Cavaliers job. They're trying to keep Donovan Mitchell. They're prepared to give him like a 4-year or 5-year, like 200 something million extension. They want to keep him, and then last night at like 10 p.m., you get Mikal Bridges gets traded for like 7 draft picks. And then the Nets and the Rockets make their own trade to get a couple of their draft picks in order because the Rockets want to win. They're saying the Rockets want to go get Kevin Durant or Devin Booker. Look, they're looking at on the Phoenix situation because they want to compete for a long, long time. So they trying to get one of them. And then right before I start recording, Bam Adebayo agrees to a 3-year, $166 million extension. Oh my God, I'm out of breath just talking about all of that. I'm out of breath. I didn't talk about how Klay Thompson is might leave the Warriors. How Paul George might opt in and ask for a trade to go somewhere else, and how the Warriors actually are a team that would love to have Paul George and are ready to offer him a 4-year max extension. Jimmy Butler is up for an extension now. I don't think Jimmy Butler's gonna leave. I know Philadelphia is one team that definitely is gonna try to get him, but Jimmy Butler has always said that he wants to stay in Miami forever, so I don't really see that as like such a big deal. But it is a storyline, right? So many storylines. I can't get to all of them in one video. The NBA draft is literally in like 4 hours from the time I'm recording this. A lot is happening. A lot is happening right now. Remember, free agency technically starts on the 1st of July, which is literally less than a week from now. So you're gonna see even more action in terms of trades and free agencies and whatnot. You'll see it tonight probably with this draft, people trading up and down and things like that. There was a rumor that Miami was trying to trade up to get from the 15th spot to like the 9th spot, who the Grizzlies own. They own that 9th spot. My guess, if Miami Heat fans, if we're locked in together, they're probably gonna try to get Devin Carter, son of Anthony Carter, who was a Miami Heat player, obviously coached there. Now is an assistant in Memphis, which is crazy. But wow, I'm tired. I'm tired. I need water. Hold on. And it's hot. I didn't want to turn on my AC because the mic is gonna pick it up. So I'm hot. I'm talking fast. I gotta slow down. I'm wearing black. Oh my God. Okay, look. Oh wait, don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, I am better than ESPN. But thank you. Just pause the video real quick. Exit, subscribe, like, comment anything that you want to comment. I think all the support I get, honestly, I do. But we're gonna focus solely on the Mikal Bridges trade because I think the Knicks are a very interesting conversation now. The Knicks, okay, the full trade, I got it right here. The Knicks get Mikal Bridges and a 2026 second round pick. They send out 4 first round picks, 4 of their own first round picks, okay? Remember, you can't trade picks in back-to-back years because of the Stepien rule. So I believe it is the 2025, 27, 29, and 31 picks, the first-round picks, okay? They send out first-round picks that they got from the Bucks. So that's 5 first-round picks, 1 pick swap in 2028, and a 2025 second round pick. So in 2025, which will be next season, they won't have a first round pick or a second round pick. But obviously, because they're trying to win now, it's probably not that important. In terms of getting Mikal Bridges, I think it's a win. I think it's a W. They're looking at this trade. The first thing I thought was, wow, it was an overpay. But in terms of just Mikal Bridges himself, I'm looking at this like, okay, they're gearing up because they just saw the Boston Celtics win a championship. They need wing defenders, they need length, they need versatility. So we're going to get Mikal Bridges from Brooklyn, who is all of those things. He's a pretty good shooter. He's a decent scorer, obviously. And the best part about it, the two best things about him is obviously he's a great defender and he plays every single game. He has never missed an NBA game his entire career. He never missed a college game in his entire career. This guy plays 82 games every single season for what six? This next season might be his 7th year in the league. He's been consistently playing, consistently giving high effort 100% of the time. So a Tom Thibodeau coach who plays his guys high minutes and wants guys to play, he fits perfectly in that sort of system. Now, is it an overpay? It absolutely is. 5 first-round picks for a guy who, again, Mikal Bridges is a good player, but he's not an all-star, not a superstar, has never made an all-NBA team, has made one all-defensive team in his career. Like, 4 first-round picks of your own plus 5 from the Bucks. This is the kind of package you trade for like a star player, like maybe a Jimmy Butler. Maybe Kevin Durant. Like the Brooklyn, they traded Kevin Durant to Phoenix. Phoenix sent them like 4 first-round picks. So that's the kind of trade, or that's the kind of package you get for a star player. They absolutely overpaid. But the Nets, they were overpricing him. Because he's not the Knicks aren't the only team that wanted him. The Rockets at the trade deadline in February, months ago, were going to trade all their picks that they got from the James Harden deal back to them just to get Mikal Bridges. And that was also multiple first-round picks. So he was always, like, you obviously, if you wanted him, you probably had to overpay for him because that's not the kind of guy he is. He's not a superstar player. He's not an all-star player. He's just a high-level role player. If this is the all-star, if this is like all-star level player, he's probably like right here. Like he's not gonna get here or past, but like he's gonna be right here, like right under, which is not bad. He's a really good role player. On the Nets, he was asked to sort of do things that he's not a number one guy. He's not a number one scorer. He's not an elite scorer. He's an okay scorer, a decent scorer. But you come here to the Knicks where you have Jalen Brunson, obviously an elite player. He's good. This guy's a superstar. Julius Randle, an all-star level player already, and great role players around them. Isaiah Hartenstein, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Mitchell Robinson. By the way, I didn't say this, but the Nets also did get Bojan Bogdanovic from the New York Knicks, but that was just salary stuff. For the New York Knicks now, the big question now is, can they re-sign OG Anunoby? Can they re-sign Isaiah Hartenstein? And don't forget, Jalen Brunson has 2 years left on his contract, which means that he's up for an extension. He's probably up for a lot of money. He just made All NBA. A Supermax extension is probably there for him, somewhere in the 200 millions. But can he take a pay cut to play with Mikal Bridges and keep Josh Hart and keep OG Anunoby and keep Isaiah Hartenstein? Possibly. He probably might be willing to do it. And we'll see, of course. OG Anunoby is someone who's looked at to command a lot of money. He wants a big deal. I'm seeing it somewhere in the 30s. I even saw a report on maybe in the 40 millions. That's an overpay. Definitely, like if he gets like a $30 million a year contract, I think that's completely fine. The guy, they barely lost with him when he was in the lineup. He's a very good defender, very elite role player. He can shoot the three. He has a little bit of offensive skill. He could be able to attack and close out. He's very strong, very smart defender. He has a lot of value. Isaiah Hartenstein, with Mitchell Robinson missing a bunch of time, he absolutely filled a great role for them. He can defend really well. His rebounding, which the Knicks really need as part of their game, the offensive rebounding, the defensive rebounding, getting second chance opportunities, all things Isaiah Hartenstein really excelled at, especially this season, being a really long time starter for them because of Mitchell Robinson's injury. You have those two guys that the Knicks probably will want to keep, but with Mikal Bridges here, how are they able to keep Isaiah Hartenstein, who probably every team will want? Backup center, or I guess maybe starting center in this case, since he was a starter this past season. It's a big need across the NBA just because so many big men now are so skilled. Embiid, Jokic, Adebayo, Sabonis, Anthony Davis. Like you need big guys. Wembanyama in San Antonio. You need guys with skill and versatility. Isaiah Hartenstein is that, again, with the rebounding and the defense, the screen setting. He's even a really good passer. So the Knicks team, if they somehow find a way to keep all of this together, you're looking at a starting lineup of Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges at the 2, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle at the 4, and maybe Isaiah Hartenstein or Mitchell Robinson, whoever, one of the bigs at the 5. And then off the bench, you're going to have DiVincenzo, again, one of the other bigs, Hartenstein or Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, Alec Burks, maybe if they re-sign him. Like, that's a deep team. That's a 9-man rotation. That's an elite 9-man rotation. That's a really deep team. You know, in the playoffs, guys aren't going 10, 11 deep. Can you go 7, 8, 9 deep with this team? Absolutely. They're gearing up. They're looking at the Boston Celtics, who just won a championship, where they have defensive versatility, offensive versatility everywhere. So their response to that is, we're going to get Mikal Bridges, who is versatile, the OG Anunoby, versatile, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, all versatile. All these guys can defend. Jalen Brunson would be the weakest defender in the starting lineup, but when you surround him with guys who are good defenders to elite defenders, that's not going to matter. Jalen Brunson is an offensive machine. He can score all the points. You have Julius Randle next to him being able to give you, like, people forget how good Julius Randle is. He was an all-star last season. His third all-star appearance. He has 2 All-NBAs. He is a most improved player. The guy was really good, and he plays too. Like last year with the dislocated shoulder, that's sort of besides his rookie season, he usually plays every single game. That's more of like a one-off thing. That's not something that happens every year for Julius Randle. He's not an injury-prone guy. Don't forget how good Julius Randle is. So you have a guy in Brunson, 28 points, 29 points, 30 points, whatever. Julius Randle is going to give you 23, 24, and everybody else is going to chip in where they chip in. This is a really good team. If they can keep Isaiah Hartenstein and OG Anunoby, because those guys are going to be expensive. Those guys are Isaiah Hartenstein especially is coming off a season where he played absolutely fantastic. Another thing though that you have to credit the Knicks is that all these contracts that a lot of these guys are on are so affordable. Dante DiVincenzo is on an affordable contract. Deuce McBride, I forgot about him. He was really good once they traded Quentin Grimes and he started getting more minutes. He was good. McBride, DiVincenzo, Mikal Bridges is on a good contract. Josh Hart is on an affordable contract. If Jalen Brunson takes a pay cut to keep all these guys together, to keep the Villanova Knicks together, because that's what they are, guys. The Villanova Knicks. If you didn't know, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson all played together in college. Remember, the Villanova did win 2 championships in 3 years, and they were all a part of that championship roster. So you basically got 4 guys who are all affordable contracts, who all are friends and very close, who all have great chemistry with one another on the court and off the court. You had them all on the same team with a really good coach in a great city like New York. Like, they overpaid. But I'm not going to sit here and look at their entire team and be like, wow, this is a loss for them. Like, it's a W. It's an overpay. And if it doesn't work out, you could look at it as a big loss. But like, look at Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert was someone who we all criticized for the amount of draft picks that Minnesota gave to Utah for to get Rudy Gobert. But look at this year. They were the number one defense. He won his fourth Defensive Player of the Year award, and they were number one in the West. Or excuse me, they were number three in the West. They were number one for a long, long time, but they finished three. They beat the defending champions to end up going to the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 2004. Like, that trade ended up working out for them. Could this could happen for the New York Knicks? It could be an overpay. I mean, not that it even could be. It is an overpay, but could it work out? Absolutely. Right now, the way teams are constructed, they're the one team that has the ability to challenge the Boston Celtics if they're healthy. Again, we have to see. It's early. Free agency officially didn't start yet. The draft is tonight. So we don't know how teams are going to shake out. We don't know what Miami's going to do. We don't know if Cleveland is going to re-sign Donovan Mitchell and make trades. We don't know if Philly has all that cap space, how they're going to spend it. They're a team that might give OG Anunoby a lot of money to bring him to Philadelphia and steal him from New York. That is a possibility, right? What is Orlando going to do? Orlando is a team that actually have been linked to Klay Thompson. They need shooting desperately. So you're going to get Klay Thompson, one of the best shooters in NBA history. How could that affect their team? Like, we're all looking, every team is going to be looking up at the Boston Celtics and finding ways to beat them because of how stacked their roster is, how well put together Boston's roster is. So much NBA news, bro. Oh my God. I didn't even really talk about the Nets. Like, they're rebuilding. That's really all there is to say. They have now a bunch of draft picks from the Knicks, a bunch of draft picks that they got all together. If you include the Kevin Durant trade, some of the draft picks that they got from the Rockets deal that they made, like, they have like 8 first round picks now. They have seconds. They have pick swaps. They're a team that's going to be rebuilding. The 2025 draft class is stacked. Cooper Flag and all that. That's who's headlining the next draft class after this one. So they're a team that's going to be rebuilding. They're not going to be good for the next couple of years. They finally sort of leaned into the rebuild. They should have done it already. They were a team that was sort of stuck in the mediocrity range. That's the teams I got like Atlanta there. Brooklyn was there, but now they're not. They're full rebuild. Chicago, like teams that are like stuck in limbo, that don't really have a plan, don't really have a direction. That's where Brooklyn was, but now that they're in a rebuild, you can sort of take them out of that mediocrity range and just they're gonna be bad. They're gonna be bad. I still think they're gonna have trades to make. Remember, they have Dorian Finney-Smith still. I think Dennis Schroeder is on the team still. Ben Simmons is on the team still. Like, I would assume that they are not done. They're probably gonna trade more, get more draft picks, keep being bad, and keep leaning all the way into this rebuild. If I had to grade this trade, I don't think it's a bad one. It's an overpay, but I would grade it like a B. You know what I'm saying? I would grade it like a B. For the Nets, it's an A. Getting all this draft capital is an absolute A. I have nothing against the Nets, really. For the Knicks, again, a B with maybe room to improve, but I have to see it first. Like, I have to see Mikal Bridges play a consistent amount of time for the Knicks next season in order for me to really judge. Because people judge the Rudy Gobert trade again. But you see, it's worked out this year. So we'll wait and we'll see what the Knicks do. We'll see what the Nets do. We'll see what happens on draft night today and tomorrow. I hate that they split the draft into 2 days. That's annoying. I don't like that. I don't like that they split the draft into 2 days. It was fine, it all being in 1 day. But we'll see today and tomorrow what other teams do. Free agency again is coming up. We'll see a lot more deals and signings. I didn't even talk about the Caruso trade. I didn't talk about Pascal Siakam re-signing or Malik Monk getting his 4-year, $78 million deal from the Sacramento Kings. But we're going to get into all of that. We have time to absolutely get into all of that. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. I will be back, of course. Again, I'm not going to cover the draft in its entirety. I'm really only going to talk about the pick that Miami makes. So that's gonna be my next video, and then we could go deep into, you know, Bam Adebayo's extension, what Jimmy Butler's gonna do, and all sorts of things. So again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.